You've now heard from opponents and defenders of the Bloomberg soda law. In this video, we'll discuss some of the arguments offered in the clips you just watched and pinpoint the major disagreements between both sides of the debate.
Let's start by talking about the main argument in favor of the Bloomberg soda law. Bloomberg says in the interview you just watched that the main function of the law is to force consumers who want to consume more than 16 ounces of soda to make a conscious decision to get a second soda once they've finished their first. Early in the interview, Bloomberg notes, and I'm quoting here, "You tend to eat all of the food in the container in front of you. If it's a bigger container, you'll eat more. If somebody put a smaller plate or glass or bowl in front of you, you'd eat less." He also refers to an experiment by Professor Brian Wansink, which showed that people who ate soup from a bowl that, unbeknownst to them, was rigged to refill itself, ended up eating more than people who ate soup from a normal bowl. The lesson that Bloomberg draws from this research is that drinking from a 32-ounce soda cup tends to increase the amount you drink by short-circuiting our normal, conscious, deliberative thinking process. The purpose of the Bloomberg soda law is to prevent this from happening.
Now, the comeback from opponents of the Bloomberg soda law is that when a consumer buys, say, a 32-ounce soda, they are at that moment making a conscious and deliberate decision about how much soda they drink. Thus, one restaurant owner in the anti-Bloomberg commercial you watched says that, quote, "My customers are educated people. They realize what's good for them and what isn't, and everything should be available to them," end quote. According to this restaurant owner, the Bloomberg soda law constitutes an unnecessary intrusion on personal freedom and the consumer's right to choose.
Are the opponents of the Bloomberg law overestimating how much of our eating behavior is conscious and deliberate? Or are defenders of the Bloomberg law underestimating how well-informed and intelligent consumers are? These are some of the questions that Sarah Conley will be discussing in the next reading assignment. You'll see that Conley sides with Bloomberg. She believes that psychological research explodes our vision of ourselves as free, rational beings who are totally capable of deciding on our own what's best for us. Thus, she insists that there is a reason for government to help us improve our eating behavior.
We should mention one other point of disagreement between opponents and defenders of the Bloomberg soda law. One of the most common objections to the Bloomberg soda law is voiced in the anti-Bloomberg ad you watched. One man asks, quote, "What are they going to take away from us next?" End quote. The idea, as Conley puts it, is that, quote, "People fear that this is just the beginning. Today it's soda, tomorrow it's the guy standing behind you making you eat your broccoli, floss your teeth, and watch PBS NewsHour every day."
If Bloomberg and friends are right that lots of our eating behavior is unconscious, and they say that the government should intervene to prevent us from being manipulated by, say, the size of the cups we're drinking from, then wouldn't that reasoning justify all sorts of objectionably paternalistic government policies? After all, it's not as if there's something special about our eating behavior. Our behavior in general is influenced by lots of factors that we don't normally recognize. Just think about advertising. Advertising works. That's why companies spend so much money on it. But everyone likes to think that they're not influenced at all by ads. Some of those people are wrong. Does that mean then that the government should intervene to prevent people from, say, making impulsive purchases on the basis of TV commercials? And if so, how would that work? Won't this kind of government intervention get out of hand? These are good questions to keep in mind as you read the Conley piece. Conley responds to this general worry near the end of her article. Pay close attention to what she says there.